Like, I just feel like I lost my nurse swag. Like, legit, I lost my swag. Like, I still had it, but I didn't have it. Like, I'm like, it's I wouldn't say it's a blow to the ego, but it's just humble. It's just very humbling because I am your fave nurse B. 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 Anywhere you go, give it all. What's up, y'all? So I just went for a walk. I got a little tan. This is what y'all gonna get today. So I worked Friday and Saturday. I don't even know how much I told you about this job that I'm at, but Friday and Saturday were my third and fourth days of working on in a hospital, and we're out of working in long-term care nursing. My first time working outside of long-term care nursing as an RN, like all that jazz. So my third and fourth days were of actually production, like I'm the nurse, not orientation, but production as I'm a nurse, was Friday and Saturday. And I felt good. Friday I actually felt really good. I wasn't on my unit that I got hired to work. I was on a more med-surg focused unit, and I felt pretty good. I feel like I could have. I left out of that shift feeling like, wow, okay, I might be able to do this. And then Saturday, after leaving that shift, I felt like I did better. I spoke up. I was like, okay, I don't know how to do this. Can you show me? Like, I was open with that, and okay with expressing that I didn't know something and listening. And it was like, everybody's been helpful this whole time, but like, I was talking to my husband this morning, I was just like, I don't really know if like I want to do this, like if I want to do nursing anymore. I don't know if it's just because it's a challenge and things like that. And he's like, well, it's a new transition for you. And he basically talked me off a ledge, yeah, and I felt better afterwards. Because honestly, when I'm looking at a job, I'm like, I could do something other than nursing, because I haven't just done nursing my whole life, or healthcare. Some people, that's all they've done is healthcare or nursing. I've worked in all different fields, a lot of different fields, let's say that, and I've done entrepreneurship. I have my YouTube channels, and I have a website. I sell crystals and jewelry and things like that. And I've done other things, like I've sold nursing notes and study templates and things like that. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should start back up my website, do some blogging, because I really want to get more into writing. Like, I want that to be my second career, is writing, because to me, you can write from anywhere. I love writing. It's a creative process, and it's something that takes like little money. You're writing. It takes literally zero money to do it. It's just a matter of putting it out there, and you can make a lot of money from writing too. And I also want to do creative writing, like screenwriting. So I'm like, let me push myself into that mode. But then I'm like, okay, when am I going to get there? Because I was looking at jobs, right? Because I was like, let me look for something that maybe I could just do remote nursing. Oh God, let me turn off this water in here, child. Get back over here. So I was like, talking to him and just feeling like, what am I doing? Like, kind of going back into that mode of just not really knowing my path. And I wasn't super anxious about it. But then, like, just talking to him, I also felt like my blessings, because I do make a good amount of money. This is my highest paying nursing job. I'm looking for some lip gloss. It's my highest paid nursing job that I've had, especially for the hours that I'm working. So I only work 2 hours, child. 2 days a week. I work 24 hours a week, but I work 2 days a week. And I probably get paid more than what some people get paid like in 2 weeks of working. I do that in 2 days. So I see that, and I know that, because like I said, it's my highest paying nursing job. And I kind of feel like sometimes I feel like I gotta earn that amount that I'm getting paid. Like, maybe I'm not worthy of the amount I'm getting paid, but like, I'm still doing the work. So, child, I kind of got over that feeling of like, well, maybe I'm not worth like really making this one. I got over that, because I wouldn't have been able to make this much if I didn't think I was worth making as much. So, and to me, there's more to, it's more to be made, but just for me to be making, I didn't see this happening. I didn't see it happening like this. I thought I would have to get more experience. So, but anywho, I know that that's a blessing. And yeah, I was just feeling like, should I go back to doing my business? But I'm like, I don't feel super passionate about that. Like really pushing my business like I've done in the past, like doing shows in my area. I've done shows like, just like festivals and things like that, selling crystals at different events. And I've really put a lot of energy into that last year. And I'm like, do I want to go back to that or da da da? I'm like, there's really not a lot of jobs that I can get into right now that pay the amount I'm getting paid. But then again, I didn't really think I was gonna be able to get this much in a hospital. So maybe I'm limiting myself by thinking like that. I could be. I'm not even gonna limit myself. I feel like whatever's for me is for me. Whatever's next for me is for me. And that's kind of how like the conclusion was after I talked to my husband. But I'm not going to lie. Prior to that, I was just like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know if I want to do this, because like maybe I just need to find something, like I said, a remote job I could do from home. That's maybe part-time, because I don't want to be working on Monday through Friday from home. No, ma'am. I want to do something part-time, or even if I can find a job that's remote that I can just do, like, say that my current job doesn't need me, so they low census me and I can't come to work. Maybe I could do my remote job during that time. But I'm just like, shoot, I could do that with my business. If they don't call me, that's what I did last time. They didn't call me, I edited a video. I forgot what else I was doing that day. I just focused on my business that day. So I'm like, Brandy, you got it. You don't have to be looking for a job. You are the remote job. It's like, you can do content from anywhere, anyway, anyhow. You can edit it from anywhere. Like, I gotta just realize that I had the resources. I asked for this. I asked for this exact job. I literally manifested this exact fucking job. A job in the hospital, outside of nursing home setting. A job that where I really wouldn't have to work too many hours, or maybe just 2 days out the week. And I'm working the exact days that I wanted to work, Friday and Saturday. And it's paying me more than I was getting paid in the nursing home. I really didn't even think I was gonna make this much, like I said. And on top of that, I wanted to make sure that I sharpen and build on my nursing skills, especially as an RN. Like, I don't want to lose those skills as an RN. I don't want to be the RN and don't know how to do nothing. Hell no, that's not cool. Especially because that's just not cool, because I come from an LPN setting, and LPNs sometimes already feel like RNs don't know how to do nothing, because sometimes the RNs in the long-term care facility, they really do not, because they haven't had the experience. Not to say that working in nursing homes don't give you experience and you don't see a whole lot. Like, I'm sure RNs that had experience in nursing homes probably have a really good knowledge of like wound care, because that's what I know a lot about working as an LPN, because we do it. We do wound vacs, we do all of that. Sometimes maybe a hospital nurse might not see that or know that a lot, because they do have wound nurses. Now, they might do it, but I don't know. Like, I've actually had like companies come to the thing and show us like exactly everything we got to do. So, and I'm sure they do that at the hospital setting too, but it's just when you're constantly having to do wounds and constantly having to assess wounds like all the time, especially in long-term care, you can see some real crazy wounds, especially working with elderly patients. Like, their body is wasting, muscles wasting, they get a lot of stage 4, they get a lot of unstageable, they get a lot of bed sores, things like that. You're dealing with that all the time. So, and you're trying to prevent that all the time too. But anyhow, I just wanted to make sure that let's just take a RN that don't know nothing. Let's take that out the equation. I just want to make sure I know what I need to know as a nurse, flat out. I just want to make sure I feel confident. I feel like a prudent nurse. I feel like a safe nurse. I feel like I'm doing what I need to do as a nurse, and I'm being on top of it. And like, I just feel like I lost my nurse swag. Like, legit, I lost my swag. Like, I still had it, but I didn't have it. Like, I'm like, I wouldn't say it's a blow to the ego, but it's just humble. It's just very humbling, because I'm used to just getting in and doing what I got to do and keeping it pushing, and then be like, okay, I'm good. I can sit back and just chart a little bit. I'm good. But like here, I think also I'm gonna have to do a separate video about this, but the fact that you got to scan and wait and do all this extra stuff, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to having to keep signing in and but it's okay. I'm just not used to having to scan everything and do all the extra stuff. But it is there for patient safety. I will say that. You ain't giving the wrong meds to the wrong patient and the wrong time. Like, it's there. It helps, definitely cuts down on mistakes that can easily happen in this career, in this field, like you can easily make mistakes in healthcare. So I'm definitely grateful for that. I just know that I didn't get a whole lot of training, which I feel like I could have got more of, but it's cool. I was talking to my husband. I was like, I really need to get better with doing EKG readings. And he was like, I think have training at the job available. And like the job was like, just do the training while you're at work, But it's like, you don't really I haven't had time to do it. And I need to know this in order to work. And I just need to know this as a nurse anyways. Like, I need to sharpen back on those skills, because child, I didn't pay attention to it. I paid attention enough to pass the test. That's like my toxic nursing student trait. Like, I can pass the test, child. I pass the test. But anyhow, that's kind of why I hate nursing school, because it's just like they're just showing you how to be academic and not necessarily always like actually doing it. But you do get clinicals. But I wish I would have had a little bit more. Like, I feel like when we was on the med surg unit, it seems boring and you don't want to deal with it when you're on a med surg unit. Now, the floor that I actually work on is a ortho, post-surgical ortho unit. So you are still getting more. It's still med surg, but you're getting a little bit more. And I think that's why because a lot of your patients are on telemetry. I think when I did the med surg floor, I only had like maybe one patient on telemetry, but the Saturday I had like maybe 2 or 3 patients on telemetry, and I had 2 chest tubes. I had 1, 2, 3. All of my patients were on IV fluids. What else? Yeah, all my patients were on IV fluids, and yeah. That's how I felt. It was just a lot. It was a lot. And I had a lot of help though. Like, the charge nurse was very helpful. My coworkers were really helpful and nice. I was able to help my coworkers. So that was good. It feels good when like you're not just trying to, like, you just kind of drowning. If you get a chance to help somebody, that always feels good as a nurse, if you reflect over your shift afterwards. Because like on Friday, I was able to help this nurse with a patient who was restrained, and they end up urinating on themselves. So we're trying to change this patient that needs to be in restraints, and like cleaning and everything, and trying to change the bed. And I was just like, I know how to change the bed, child. I know how to change the occupied bed. I don't know how to do nothing. Nurse B can change an occupied bed. And sometimes you feel like your skills as a nursing home nurse, what's the use for it in the hospital? But we was able to get that done relatively fast, like get him together. And I know a big part of it is because I'm used to working in a setting where I'm dealing with either obese patients who can't move, patients who are combative and they don't have no restraints. They beating you up and you trying to turn them, and they got feces on their hands trying to get to you, and it's like 5 of y'all in there trying to take care of this person. And it ain't no restraints. Restraints, girl, please. So I've seen it. So I'm like, and even the tech was like, I can't wait to be like you girls and just be able to get in there and do it. Cause I think he was a one-on-one tech. So maybe he doesn't do a whole lot of physical work with the patients. But he was great, had a great attitude. He was really nice. And we really needed him because we needed a one-on-one for our patients. So I was able to help her, and I felt good doing that. I didn't even think about it until afterwards. I was like, dang, even though I was steadily busy throughout the night, I was still able to help somebody. Like, I felt good about that. And then something else had happened too. So when you have moments like that, definitely celebrate them. Definitely, excuse me, know that whatever experience you're coming into, your next job, your next transition, your next schooling, wherever you're going in life, that next step, please know that anything that you went through in the past has prepared you for this situation that you're in. So I could charge this up. I really could, but I don't think I am. But the lesson of this is have somebody to talk to. Talking to my husband. And when I tell you the man talked me off the ledge, child, brought some spirit. He helped me. He just helps me to be so grounded and to just see my blessings, and not in a way that's like, girl, you should be happy. You making this money. No, it's not even like that. Like, he just, I don't know, it's a subtle energy that's there. But as I was saying, when you are transitioning into something, know that everything that you've done prior to that was preparing you for that position, or for that situation, or for whatever you're in right now. So use that. Even if you're in a situation where you feel like, what the F is going on with me? You've been prepared for this. And you got to get through this to get to the other side. And I know it might seem cliche, but like, I know for me, this is what I need to go through. And it's a transition for me. It really is. I'm gonna do a separate video about a whole lot of other things, but I just wanted to come on and say I feel like I lost my nurse swag, but at the end of the day, I have to just work on doing better for the next shift, doing better for the next patient, doing better for the next nurse that I have to give report to, and they got to take on my team. I want them to feel a little bit, better about the team they getting. And I did do better than my first 2 days that I was there. My first day that I worked, I did do better. I feel like I did a lot better. I did a whole lot better with managing my time when it comes to meds and everything. So I have seen improvements. If I be honest with myself and look at like how these past few days of work have been, like the first day I was like super behind on meds because I didn't bring my dang on ID badge. So I had to keep getting somebody to open up the damn thing for me. I was like, seriously, Brandy? But I did pretty good with charting. I was able to get my charting done with that. But I ended up having a patient who we needed to change the IV. And I ended up having 2 patients who IVs we had to change. And it was just like, I had to lead those on other nurses because we tried. And we was calling other departments to come help us. And it was just like, I can only do so much, child. So I kind of felt bad about that. But then the next day that I worked, I said Friday was cool. And then this Saturday, I felt like the only thing was... I did communicate because one of them, other thing was one day, no, I worked 4 shifts. I've worked 4 shifts. So the second time that I picked up, 3 shifts. The second time that I picked up on Friday, the only thing that I left that I was like, dang, I should have just went ahead and sent a quick message was something was going on with a blood sugar. And we had just found out about it though, like right at the end of the shift. And I was just trying to get all my stuff done, but I could have just shot a quick little message real quick to the NP because I had already talked to the NP about this patient earlier, so it wasn't gonna be that big of a deal. But I knew I was gonna have to take a minute to look through the thing and figure out everything before I sent them a message. And I was just trying to get everything done. And it wasn't something I felt like, oh my God, if I can't do that about this blood sugar, something gonna happen to this patient. Like, it wasn't that crazy. But I should have never left that on the other nurse. I should have never made it so as soon as she come in, she got to contact somebody. Like, I could have did a little bit better with that. Or I could have been like, you know what, I'm going to contact them. Because she's like, I'll do it. And I should have been like, no, I'm going to send it real quick. Because this was my patient for the past 12 hours, child. Like, I could have did better for her to come into her shift a little bit better. So, Saturday when I worked, it was 2 doctors that I had to contact. And I made sure I had contacted them prior to the nurses before the end of my shift. But I did go ahead and link those other nurses into those conversations because I knew I was about to leave. So next time I'll just do better with contacting the doctor a little bit early about stuff. But it wasn't stuff that was too crazy. So I feel like every shift I'm getting better, but like I just forgot how much this field can like linger with you days after working. You can still feel the energy of working. So I got out today. I got a little tan, a little bitty tan, child, walking this morning, and my kids are in the tub right now. Take them to the library, to the park and stuff like that. Kind of get outside. My husband's washing the dishes, child, so I can cook later. I'm gonna go get some groceries. Like, I feel good, but I was not feeling that well this morning. I just felt like, dang, like I'm not gonna get this. But if I really look at it objectively and look at how things have progressed these past few days that I'm working, I'm like, I'm getting better. And some shifts I'm learning new stuff. Every shift I'm learning something new, and I'm experiencing something new, and I'm having to be like, okay, I got to be new at this and make mistakes with this and get better with it. So my husband was like, it's okay if you feel like, this is new to you and you feel like, dang, like this is a lie, like I'm making mistakes. He said, you're going to make mistakes. Stuff just don't happen. He's like, but you got to really ask yourself, like, am I making the same mistakes over and over again? He said, that's when it's something that you got to be like, okay, girl, get it together. And I was like, you know what? That's true. That really is true. He says how he looks at things with his job and his, what he's doing, what he's working on. 'Cause my husband's about to go to school for a whole different field than what he's in right now. And it's going to be a big experience for him. It's going to be a big transition. My whole family is in a huge transition right now. My girls are going to be going from their daycare when they was going to daycare twice a week, child, I'm parched. Where they was going to daycare twice a week. But now they're going to be in somebody's whole school district, like a real school district, Monday through Friday, you know, all day. So, which is going to be a great blessing for us. That's a huge blessing. We're saving money. They there for more days. Like, all these great things are coming for our family that we wanted for so long. That I just have to keep focusing on that and just know that my rhythm and everything when it comes to these jobs are going to get there. But as long as I'm coming in with the best attitude and approach to it, I feel like I'm going to keep doing better. So that's the update, child. I'm finna let y'all go. Look, gray hair is peaking. I think I'm just gonna let my gray hairs grow. Like, what can I do? Like, let them grow, child. They there. But I love you all. We'll see. I don't know how I'm gonna feel after next weekend. But I'm gonna stay positive. I'm just gonna stay positive and still work on my business, still work on my hobbies and things that I want to do, and just still be here for my family and keep it pushing. And be here for you all. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Thanks for watching. Peace. I am your fave nurse.